quiet. So with our project here, if you're struggling, I've got a couple photos ready here that I just got of Luis, and I'm gonna throw these here into Photoshop. So I've got my 3 portrait photos that I'm gonna use to start here. It's gonna take a second, it's gonna load them up. And what I'm gonna do with these is I'm gonna stack them all on top of each other. So that way when I start moving things or deleting things out, I'll have what I want. Grabbing this photo. This is lagging on me. Moving on over. Drop this one on top. Grab this one. Drag it on over. Drop it here on top. We're right here. Now, as I start to like remove things, we'll see the other layers. So from this top one, I'm just gonna hit delete, get rid of that. And you know what, I'm only gonna keep the eyes on this one. So I'll take this layer and I'm gonna modify this a little bit, move it around. And we're gonna give him like a double set of eyes right there. Just playing with that, and grab the polygonal lasso from this second one. I'm going to delete out this area. So that layer's locked. So let's get to that layer, delete that. There we go. So I've got my 3 different images stacked up. The other one I would need is a texture. That's the one I didn't grab. But we'll move on to the next step there. Once I have this set up, I can grab some text, throw this on top of the image, and I'm gonna pull parts of the text here that are clear. So this part with King Richard, I'm just gonna grab that text. Right there, and I'm gonna copy and paste that so I get a new layer of that. And I'm gonna play with the blending mode, which is right up here where it says normal. And I'm gonna find the one that reverses it so the text will show up as white. The background goes dark, so difference looks pretty good. Going through. Yeah, now I like difference there. So I'm gonna throw this like right on up there so I've got some text going. Make this a little bit larger so it fits across there. So I've got that layer of text. Grab this, maybe I grab something else here. Copy and paste that. So Control C and Control V, and then I'm all done with my text there. With this text, difference will work as well. Again, bringing up this text size right here. All right, so I have all these. The other part of the image that we need besides for that texture layer is one of our macro photos. So I'm gonna look through here and I have this one from one of you guys that has some cool textures on it. So I'm gonna move this around, fill up the entire frame with it so it's got that cool texture. And I'm just gonna make sure that this one's all the way on top. So on my layers panel, just moving it right there to the top. And then I'll play with how this one interacts with the image as well. But before I do that, I'm feeling that these layers should be black and white. So I'm hitting Control Shift U, switch that one to black and white, Control Shift U, turn that one to black and white, and the eyes right there, Control Shift U. Whole thing's black and white. So now as I play with this here, normal, darken, multiply. finding one that looks good with this. Kind of feeling darken's working pretty well. Maybe bringing the text up above that. No. Moving this one up above that. Playing with this one, switching that back to normal. There we go. So liking how that looks so far. I might want to take the eraser tool, which is right here with E, and I can start like erasing out parts of his face to make his face actually be like prominent on it. Right there. And then I'm just gonna grab like one more text, like maybe a title or something, and throw it right there. And beyond that, the only thing I would have left to do is use this rectangle tool, set it for white, get rid of the fill color, and then I can draw out this rectangle right here, give it a little bit of a frame. All right, something like that to give it just kind of a finished look to it, like it had in the instructions. And from there, File, Save As, and I'd want to save it as a PSD because that way I can go back and make changes to it. And after I save it as a PSD, export, quick export as ping. Give it a name. So this was Project 3. So I'll save it to my desktop as Project 3 Selection Tools. All done.